What is your name?
Sarah Spath.
Sarah, were you always pro-nuclear?
I was not. When I was younger, I was an all-out environmentalist in the classic sense of that term, being that I liked all things that I thought were stereotypically green, which largely was renewables at that point. So, yes.
If not, why did you change your mind?
I changed my mind because I went into college and decided that the only kind of classes I really liked were thermodynamics classes, and thermodynamics is the study of energy and energy transfer, and so I really had two options if I wanted to be a thermodynamicist. I could be someone that designed pumps and compressors and turbines, or I could work in some kind of a power plant. And so I decided that maybe compressors and pumps and turbines were not that exciting to me, and I was really impacted by my landscape photography business to want to try to start to combat the problem of climate change. So I decided that I was going to go into renewable energy technologies and started studying it very in depth. Worked with solar and solar thermal and photovoltaic energy sources and technologies, and decided, 25% just isn't getting me jazzed. So this capacity factor kind of sucks, and quite frankly, it's just too inefficient of a technology for me to get behind it. So I decided, all right, wind is the savior to all of our issues. So I went out to Iowa and worked on a renewable energy undergraduate research opportunity for the Department of Energy and Iowa State University, and worked with some of the top industry leaders in wind energy and some of the leading experts in the academic field of wind energy, and learned a huge amount about everything related to wind. Worked on a bunch of wind farms, and then through my research, I started to really come to terms with and understand what that capacity factor really meant. Going to a wind farm and seeing how huge it was.
Which leads to the next question. Who influenced you regarding nuclear, support for nuclear?
I got back from my experience in Iowa after having decided it was a horrible thing, and had had a job offer from the nuclear power plant pending before I left. So I got back and decided to take the interview with the nuclear power plant. Went there and asked a bunch of what I would now consider kind of dumb questions, naive questions, not dumb questions, about what exactly nuclear power was and how safe it was, and all of these fears that I had about being even around it. So they helped to kill my fears just through factual information, and I had a pretty open mind, so it wasn't super tough.
What was your relationship with the environment like when you were growing up?
I was constantly outside. I mean, I grew up in the plains, so outside is a little different for me. Outside is for someone in California that actually has like forests or mountains. So we went to Colorado all the time. Went hiking through Rocky Mountain National Park. I loved being outside. I loved playing outside. I just appreciated what the natural world had to offer.
What do your family and friends think about nuclear power?
A great deal of my friends are not very familiar with it. They aren't anti-nuclear by any means, but a lot of them are probably undecided. Whenever they get questions or they read an article about nuclear, they will defer it to me and ask me questions. And so I wouldn't say that any of them are anti-nuclear. My family is definitely pro-nuclear, but largely through my working in the field.
Did you experience prejudice for your pro-nuclear views?
Not until I started really speaking out about it. Before that, I was not really all that ridiculed. I mean, it was Rochester in upstate New York has a lot of nuclear workers, and so it was kind of unusual and impressive to people that I was a nuclear engineer, but not frowned upon. When I started coming out, speaking publicly, I was ridiculed for being an environmentalist. And they really took me to task on how I couldn't possibly be pro-nuclear, which I then turned around on them. Well, how can you be an environmentalist and not be?
So why are you here?
I am here because I believe that there's a huge gap in the way that we are treating advocacy and education about nuclear power. I strongly believe that we as an industry and a movement of people are not doing a good job to promote the technology that we believe in a way that people can really grasp onto. And as a journalist, that really bothers me. I don't like seeing something that I strongly believe in kind of mishandled like that. And I want to help be the solution to people learning how to speak to people in a persuasive way that helps them to see the light, so to speak.
What do you hope to get out of this meeting?
Networking. I really want to meet people from all different organizations all over the country, so when we're trying to get things done, we can get things done effectively, efficiently.
How do you want to be involved in the movement?
I'm part of Mothers for Nuclear. I help with the East Coast branch of that organization, and I'm planning to spawn a spin-off also that is focused on all the things I was talking about before. So I want to be involved in whatever capacity humanly possible to make it work.
All right, what is your name again?
Sarah Spath.
All right, thank you, Sarah.